What's going on, everybody? I'm eating things and you're watching Less Than Rhetorical. And today we're going over the map Kanal for some quick callouts here. We're going to talk about spawn peaks. We're going to talk about navigation of the map, and we're going to talk about how to call out where everybody's at right now. So these are just quick callouts. So first of all, for spawn peaks. The most dangerous spot to start is actually floating dock, although a lot of people might argue sailboats is pretty dangerous as well. Construction is, in my opinion, the safest spot to start if you go the right way. So we're going to go ahead and start sailboats first, and then we'll walk through and go construction and floating dock. Do the outside of the map first, and then we'll kind of get into it. So let's hop in. Kanal is one of those maps that I think a lot of people hate on Kanal. Like, it gets all the time, this map gets banned, but I don't think you need to ban this map. So first of all, default cam here. Another default cam down here on the floating dock. Shoot, I can barely see it with my pistol, so I'm going to run over there and show you. There it is right there. This is actually the safe way to kill this cam from floating dock if you spawn over here. The spawn is right down there, so run up those stairs, run up these stairs, and notice you're safe to just come up here and kill this cam. There's no spawn peak here. But as soon as you cross here, people like to spawn peek out of this window. And if you want to get into sight or into the map, people will come up here. They'll want to go down in here. Watch out for this spawn peak, especially if you spawn sailboats. People will peek right through this door right here. So when you walk through here, pre-fire that. You'll get a kill occasionally. And the other way to get into the map from floating docks is around the corner here. It's kind of dangerous because people will spawn peek this window all the time, especially for the people who come out here brain dead, stand in the open, and try to shoot the default cam. So that's one of the reasons I don't really like spawning floating dock. If you are going to spawn there, you can go, like underneath, cross over. You can go above and cross over. It's a better way to go, but definitely watch out for these spawn peaks. On sailboat side, you have a lot of spawn peaks as well. You've got the spawn peak that can be out of this window here. You've got the spawn peak. This is more common. Like, I always pre-fire this spawn peak. If I'm coming up this way and I'm going this direction, I will always check. You got a run out that can happen right over here with this door. So I want to check that run out. You've got a spawn peak that can happen here. And you've got this spawn peak here and that spawn peak there. So there's like 4, plus there can be a run out up top. It's all right. Now that I think about it, sailboats is the most dangerous, but don't go that way. Like, when you spawn over here, shoot the cam, run this way, run up here. All right, you have to worry about someone running out here. You could pre-fire this if you're trying to go down to floating dock, or you could just move along here and start pushing up here. You can get cover right back here. This is the sign, so you can get cover behind the sign. There's the truck. They're playing behind the truck. All right, so this is all about callouts. So let's go for it. In here is reception. This is behind the desk in reception. Here's behind the filing cabinet in archives. This room is archives. He's behind the archives cabinet. This is the printer in archives, but nobody calls this printer. So be careful. There's another printer in this site. So I would not call this printer, but you could say he's archives by the printer door, or by the double door to Coast Guard. So this is meeting room or Coast Guard. You can call it meeting room. I mean, a lot of people call it meeting room. A lot of people, just be careful if you're a defender. Look for drones up here because people love to hide their drones up here. You can also get a drone like over here too, and over there. Good Vault cam spot, by the way. Throw it against that light. People don't look there for some reason. This is the radio room window that a lot of people spawn peek out of. They can see people running by right there and get a kill. This is radio room because of the loud radio here. I know you would think this is radio room desk, but I don't really know if that's the best call out here because this is the radio room desk that everybody like hides behind. Oh, he's over by the desk. He's outer desk, you know, or he's inner desk, you know, in the radio room. And there's kind of a desk way back here too. There's a bunch of desks in here, so just be a little more specific with the call out. You know, I would call this, he's tucked left of the window because you're going to be approaching it from this side. Tuck left of the window. So he's in the desk by the window, or he's tucked right of the window in between. Yeah, you know, like he could be like tucked right of the window over here. But that's just, or depending, left and right could change if you're playing from like on the rappel outside the window. This is radio room. Back into Coast Guard or meeting. This is the radio room hallway. Everybody just calls this first floor hallway. He's under the default cam first floor hallway. And then we're back to reception beepers. So these are the beepers. So he's by beepers door and reception first floor. We're gonna cover this side of the map first, and then we'll move over to that side of the map. But before we move out of this area, this is called Lower Bridge. So this is the Lower Bridge. Some people call this Sky Bridge. Don't do that because there's a Sky Bridge over there, but they call that bridge New Bridge. Usually people who call this Sky Bridge. So, but this is Lower Bridge. That's the specific call out. And a lot of people spawn peek from here. You can see the truck. All right, let's go this way. Let's go through first floor hallway into lounge or gym. Some people will call this gym because of the weights. The radio, shoot the radio. There's a couple of windows here. These windows poke out toward the construction spawn on the other side, but that's a ways away. You can't really see the spawn from here. They're also good windows to kill people if they get onto a rappel over there, but I think the lower bridge windows are better to hit people on rappel, and not a lot of people rappel that window over there, but we'll talk about that later. So, by the way, really great angle. You can hold from up here, get kind of a nice angle on people coming by Beeper's door and coming out through the 90 hallway. This is lounge behind the foosball machine. This is foosball. Behind the foosball machine. Or he's playing the hatch. And this, we call this lockers hatch because down here is lockers. I'll take you through basement here in a second. This is the yellow stairs. This is the spawn peak here out to the floating dock. These are the Coke machines by, I know it says blue stairs. I've never heard anyone call this blue stairs. They're always called like printer stairs because there's a printer right here. So this is the printer room up here. So printer stairs, yellow stairs down there. And then this is just, I would just call this by the Coke machines. He could be tucked by the blue stairs, I guess. If you wanted to call those blue stairs, I just haven't heard many people call it that. All right, that covers this first floor down here. Let's go downstairs. Going down yellow stairs. This here is diving room. The diving room window is where a lot of people hop in to spawn at floating dock. They hop in either this window or the lockers window. They'll hop into diving room. And down here is the pit. Or B2 tunnel, wow. I never knew that was the name for the pit. If they drop down in the pit, they're dead. Like, all you have to do is cover the exits. This is showers corridor, which leads to lockers. Showers corridor goes to bathroom. You've got stall 1 and stall 2. Stall 2 being a little further back, stall 1 being closer. That's how I would call it, at least. But he's in the bathroom stalls. I mean, you don't have to be super specific. A lot of people will open up this floor up here, which is to reception. Reception is right above here. And that'll push people back, so they have to play a more passive angle. These are the shower stalls. So he's playing the shower stall. And again, same thing. I would just do 1 and 2, right and left. So shower stall 1, shower stall 2, but people probably won't know that. If you call shower stall, you know, the far one, the close one, based on which direction they're coming. He's the far stall, shower stall far. There you go. This here is trench door. This is considered the trench. I know some people actually refer to the pit down there as the trench. I've always called this the trench door. Some people might say it differently, so maybe watch out for their call out. It might be like, I don't know, the outside main door. A lot of people say main door, but I would call it trench. He's a trench door, okay? A lot of people will set up like a shield here and use smokes and things like that. That's the old way of playing it. There's other ways that are much more popular now. Like Aruni Gates, Malusi Banshees, Thorn, lots of things. This is the basement hallway. This is Harry Potter, which is underneath I call these white stairs, and they are white stairs. They're officially white stairs. So up here at the top, this is the top second floor white stairs. And this is, of course, the roof. So we're coming down white stairs. Some people will call those middle stairs as well. This is kayaks. This is kind of where the default plant happens in kayaks, right over here. Sometimes people will plant over here. So to distinguish these plants, I would say he's planting by the kayak's door. This would be diving or scuba. A lot of people call this scuba. In fact, scuba is my favorite call out for this. This is suits, because these are suits. And this is scuba because scuba tanks everywhere. Back over here to lockers. He's in kayaks. This would be kayaks by the scuba door, planting kayaks by the scuba door, or planting kayaks behind the kayaks. I mean, that would be my call out, but you might say behind the desk or something like that. I would personally call this the desk. So if he was tucked over here, he's planting kayaks behind the desk. Planting kayaks behind the kayaks. This here is supply room. There's all the life support things, gadgets and whatever else. This is the hatch up to Coast Guard. If you drop the hatch, or meeting room. If you drop the hatch, a lot of people plant under the hatch. Some people plant over here near this. I don't really even know what to call this. The filing cabinet. I don't know. I don't know what to call this thing. Chat, tell me what you guys would call this thing when you get a chance. I'm now noticing life jackets here, so maybe he's over by the life jackets. I don't know. But usually people will put a rotate over here in between sites. So you can just say he's by the cabinet by the rotate. He's in supply by the rotate. Okay? A lot of people will play behind this chest, this tool chest. You could call it that if you want. It's by the tool chest. or behind the little down bookshelf. There might be a name for this that I just don't know. And then this is called pipes because of these pipes here, but I have, and these pipes here and this sound, but I have always called this the closet. A lot of people would call this the closet. So he's playing in pipes, he's playing in the closet. Either one, whatever you like. All right, let's go to the other side of the map. I showed you where Lower Bridge crosses over. Now let's go up to, some people call it Upper Bridge. Some people call it Sky Bridge. Some people call it New Bridge. So I personally just call it Sky Bridge. This is Sky Bridge. This is Printer Window. Sky Bridge window. No one ever peeks out here. I've been, actually, you know what, I take that back. I've been spawn killed from there once or twice before. Once before, actually. This is the window you have to worry about like all the time. It's the control room window. This is control room because of the controls. Don't get confused with Coast Guard. This is radar room. There's a radar room down below, but this is second floor radar room. That's first floor. This is called renovations, but everyone calls this pillbox.
Bomb has been located.
I used to know why. There used to be like a... There used to be some pills around here somewhere. Goodness. I don't know where those went. I thought there used to be like a desk with pills on it. Maybe I destroyed it when I destroyed the hatch. Okay, well, this is called Pillbox for unknown reasons. It's also renovations. Or better yet, just breach, because that's where everybody breaches it. This is technically called second floor roof entrance. This is a kill box, in my opinion. Both of these rooms. So I would call this breach, and man, I'm gonna start calling this renovations or construction. I don't know. You breached. Just gonna call it main breach. That's just what I would call it. This here, I would still just call. Oh, he's in the entrance. He's coming in. This is like the kill box to me because this is where people die all the time. So you can call it what you want. Roof entrance if you want. Outside here is the balcony for the, sometimes people will get on rappels back here and the rappels at the balcony. But he's still outside breach. That's just a specific call out. Outside breach, right side, outside breach, left side. Pretty easy. Those are the 90 windows. That's the red window right here. Red window because this wall's red. And this is the long hall right here. So if somebody's in this hall, they're in the red hall or the long hall. And then this is, wait, hold on. Is this one the long hall? That one's the short one? I think this is the short hall. That one's the long one. I never call them that. I call this red hall, and I call this green hall, and I call this 90. So if anyone's approaching this 90, this is the green side. So top green stairs. This here is server room. Or my team, I've had people call it just green before. I've called it green. Oh, he's in green. He's in the server room. He's in sight. He's in green. And then we're right back to control room. Okay. A lot of people will plant behind the server room desk right here. Some people will plant behind the servers right there. There's another desk over here, so maybe you need to be specific about which desk you're talking about. Like, he's by server room desk by the red wall, because this is red wall. All right, or he's by the server room desk by the green wall, because outside here is green. I know all of this is green, but outside, this is red. Okay? Let's go down the green stairs. This is bottom green. This is to outside. A lot of people will spawn peek here to try to kill people in the construction side. Personally, if I spawn on construction, I never walk that way. So the construction spawn, this is the safest spawn to me. You spawn right here, run up here, kill the default cam, it's right there. You can also kill the floating dock cam from here. I can not even see that, so I'm not even gonna try. People will run this way. This is dangerous because someone can spawn peek you out of the green window, because that's the green hall. I personally run this way. Drop down, come out close. Watch out, don't peek this because you'll get hit. And don't run behind all this here because you'll have to worry about that door there, which we'll look at in a minute. Instead, as you get down here, hug this side over here, and you can run right up here, and you can actually create a repel prompt right here. This is a good spot to repel because if you're far enough over, like here, you can hop up, but you're not actually exposed to the window. And you can then peek the window appropriately. They're usually going to be on this side of the window, not this side, but you can clear both sides. The other option, which I do this much more frequently, is to come over here, run all the way over to this side here, and repel here. That is the safest way to approach. These two windows can't see you at this spot. You can get all the way up. You don't even have to contest this window. You have to watch this window, but that's it. That's the only thing you have to cross. And then you're here at the main breach. Let's go downstairs. These are the red stairs. This is first floor red stairs. All the way down to the bottom here, here's that door that I told you about that people can spawn peek out of. In the bottom of red stairs. So middle red, top red, up there. Under the default cam. Middle red. Here's the default cam for, this is called map room corridor right here, but I would just call this first floor hallway on side. You could say he's outside maps. He's first floor hallway outside maps. This is museum back here because it's got a museum of a submarine, and it's also called museum. So people will play sometimes over a museum. A museum is just probably a specific enough call out for everybody. Bottom green stairs. He's breaching the bottom green hall, or bottom green door, blah, blah, blah. Bottom green wall into kitchen. This is kitchen. You might have some call outs, specific call outs for these desks, but I really don't know anyone who's ever like played here. Oh my goodness, that music is driving me nuts. Thank you. Most people will play maybe over here or just moving. There's not a lot of people who like stay static in here. So kitchen is a good enough call these days. There's the kitchen window by the Coke machine again. So watch how he's coming kitchen window. Map room. There's a great Azami trick where you put an Azami barricade here and here. And you've got a one-way angle if you stand up on here covered by the barricade, shooting people as they try to walk under this barricade on this door. Really good trick. You can also Azami off this door so that while you're up here you can get nice shots of people from an off angle. And you'll see if this was covered and I couldn't see over this and I swing this, I really can't see you. So I'd be looking like this and I might see your feet when I'm coming in here, but you'd be able to see my head. So, or you'd be able to see my whole body from up here. So it's a good trick with Azami. Back here is projector. The projector window. This is projector room. a lot of, I just, I don't even know what to call, I don't even, projector. It's called projector, I guess. People will put a rotate here. So this is also under the hatch, and above this is the control room. So a lot of times I call this, he's under the control room hatch, so people know where somebody's playing. This is the hatch to the pillbox up here, so construction hatch. I guess I'm gonna have to start calling that construction. This is security room. A lot of people will plant the default plant right here in security room. The walkie-talkie is right here, so some people will be at the walkie-talkie desk. Personally, I'd just call, he's in security. This is the island, so people can play behind the island. If you're trying to describe where they're at, they're in map room behind the island, or they're in map room behind the desk. This is a desk, computer desk here. So if I heard map room behind the island, I'm looking there. If I heard map room behind the desk, I'm looking here. He's tucked in the right corner. All right. And then this takes us to lower bridge. Right here's the model room. I guess there's a model room. He's behind the island in model room. I guess you could call this island too if you wanted to, but he's behind the model in model room. He's behind the models. Or he's right of the lower bridge door, you know, whatever you want to say, because this is lower bridge. And that brings us around, and that is Kanal. So you've got a full tour of Kanal. Honestly, it's a good map. I really don't like that people ban this map all the time. There's so many fun interactions on this map. I think the problem people have when they play this map is they think it's too big. That's because you don't recognize split the map in half. All right? You've got the sky bridge up here and the lower bridge down here. If the site is on this side of the map, play all 5 people on this side. You can roam, but roam all 5 on this side. Like whoever's roaming, roam them on this side. Don't send anybody over to the other side of the map. You might send somebody over here to like Skybridge. Maybe they go to Printer and they can test people walking up those blue stairs or Printer stairs back there. But don't send them, and you might send somebody over to Lower Bridge right here, you know, for a spawn peak, but don't send them all the way over here. Even though people do this all the time, they try to break down this door and get a cheeky kill on the breach right here. I mean, the problem is you get cut off. And then there's 1 person or 2 people over on this side of the map, and your team gets overwhelmed on the other side and you lose. Split the map in half. If the site's on the other side, basement is the site, don't send somebody over here to hold that control room window and try to kill people walking down here, entering diving or scuba and entering lockers and try to shoot them from up on this window. Yes, you could get some kills. But if they don't go that way and somebody comes this way, they can cut your rotate off. You can't get back this way. They can get somebody over here covering yellow stairs to cut your rotate off here, and you can't get back. And now the team has control of a 4v5 situation. You know, and when you rotate back, it just takes a long time. When you rotate back, you're just more likely to walk into flank washes and gunfire and, you know, crossfires and people swinging you from areas that you don't know where they're at. So cut the map in half. If you're playing site down here, send your roamers above. Have them play up here. Have them play over in gym, on the gym hatch. You know, have them play over here in radio room, right here. You know, but don't send them all the way over to the other side of the map. whether it's here or here. Don't send them all the way over there, and you'll have much more success at all ranks. So that's my advice to you. I really like Kanal. It's a great map. It's a great map. The best two sites are the upstairs site and the basement site. Those are the best two sites. And then I would go maps third. Coast Guard is really rough. That one's a tough site. You can, especially if you gain control of this side of the map as an attacker, and then come over here and work these windows.
15 seconds
All
left.
you have to do is get in these windows and plant. It's tough.
10 seconds.
All right, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. And come join us next time, whenever that is.